that first 24 hours, that dog did not trust me. I had to be really careful of all the steps I had to do. I had to keep the leash on him for 24 hours, even in the crate, because I wasn't taking a chance of him not wanting to come out and then having to reach in and get yourself bit. Now he wants to be with me every second. Hey everyone, Nate with Nate Dog Training, and I'm here on our 4th day with Prescott, right here, the blue heeler, and he's living with me for 1 week. It's not really board and train, it's really about getting a relationship with him so my clients can go on a vacation. And so it really is a board and train because I can't help but do what I do, but there's no doubt that they were just stuck. This is a lot of people deal with, is if you can't get anybody in your friends or family to watch your dogs, you're kind of stuck. And look, most boarding places are not that great. They're not taken care of very well. They're not clean. There's a lot of dominant dogs. There's a lot of uneducated humans trying to run these places that don't understand the most basic dog psychology stuff. So it's kind of a crapshoot sending your dog in there, and it's not worth it, especially dogs with insecurities, fear, all that stuff. It's just not easy. So this is what we're doing. So we're on day 4, and you'll see as these videos go along from day 1 till now, how that first 24 hours, that dog did not trust me. I had to be really careful of all the steps I had to do. I had to keep the leash on him for 24 hours, even in the crate, because I wasn't taking a chance of him not wanting to come out and then having to reach in and get yourself bit. And I couldn't be mad at the dog for that. That would be something I set him up to do. So that's the little things that you'll see throughout this little documentary that I'm doing about, bringing home a new dog, and especially one that's insecure or reactive and fear. And so that's what Prescott is. So now, right, on day 4, we've just gotten back from the park and did some playing and all that, and we did our nice walk. And now, as you'll see the videos, it's like he wants to be with me every second. And so that's why it's so important that you're tethering. As you can see, he's on a leash tethered to my door. He can get over here to the beds. He's warmed up and started to play a little bit yesterday with my dogs, but he's not going to lay in these beds. But you give it a couple weeks, if he was here, he definitely would be in there eventually. But for now, he has access, but he just, he's staying over there, which is fine. It's no big deal. What this whole system's about is the leash is very temporary, but it's going to give you a lifetime of greatness, which means your dog can learn how to rest, not obsess. The worst thing now is anytime I go back in the room here, he's going to want to try to follow me. And so it's on the 4th day, he's not as bad, but yesterday it was anytime I moved and got out of my chair and moved around the house, it was bam. And this is how your dogs end up with separation anxiety. It's that simple. It's one of the major causes, that they think you're always leaving. Remember, they have the brain of a 2-year-old child, so they live in the moment. So if they think you're always leaving, they're going to get up out of a resting place to follow you to do the most basic things that you're doing in your life, which is restrooms, cleaning, cooking, things that just you're doing with your life that we don't need their help, right? So help them rest. They can't rest if you don't teach them. So that's what this is all about. The leash and the tethering is a service dog 101 trick. So it's nothing that I made up. It's really just about using this leash for the next, let's say he was my dog, I was going to keep him. He would be on this for the next 4 to 8 weeks, and that leash would be gone, and he would never leave this living room. He wouldn't try to go to my kitchen. He wouldn't go downstairs. He wouldn't care. That's the beauty of, but you got to teach him what you want. When I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning, why would I want these dogs sitting in my kitchen? Why would I want them in my bathroom? Especially 4. Right now there's 5. Like, it's just silly. But they'll do it because they can't help it. And then they get competitive to try to get in the bathroom first. Or, right, if you got to run upstairs to grab something, all 4 dogs are going to charge up and try to beat you to the top. And all this is because they're so competitive and they want to be first and think they're in control. And so it's creating stress, frustration, anxiety, obsession, nothing that you want in those moments. So, help your dogs relax. That's what this is all about. And I can't wait for you to see that first video from the first day of when we went to the park with the long leash, and you can see the huge mistake people make of letting a dog pull you around, especially a brand new relationship. And you'll see the kind of fear and panic where he's trying to almost go back to where we parked. He's trying to get out of there because it's all new and he doesn't trust me. And so I just laugh because most people would let that dog drag you around with that state of mind, thinking he's going to make some great choice. He's not going to make a great choice. He can't. He's the brain of a child. So it's just sad to think that what most people would have done is let him drag him all over the park with this scatterbrained schizophrenic mind, and he just would have drug you back to the car. You'd have got in and left, and that dog was complete control of you, and you really are not going to have a chance to influence him. He's going to end up possessing you, and then you're going to be in the friend zone, and then he's going to start being reactive, thinking he's protecting you. It's a slippery slope. Pretty much happens to all dogs, especially a working breed like a blue heeler or any dog. Schnauzers, Jack Russell, Doberman, Pit Bull, they're all amazing. But if you let them think they're in charge, they're going to take that job way too serious. So this is a job. It's a great job, resting, chilling. And so you'll see throughout the videos of now, today, and yesterday of the difference on this long leash now. Of now he just wants to play fetch. He's not looking to go anywhere. But if I would have done it like most people, I wouldn't be in this position in 3 days. This is a type of dog that if you brought home, he would clean your wife or your girlfriend, and then you would be the competition. And everybody would say, oh, it took 3 months or 6 months for him to warm up to my husband or my boyfriend. In my training in dog psychology, it would take a day, maybe 2 days max. That's it. And you would have the trust, respect, and love, and be on your way to the greatest relationship you could ever have. And that's why you have to read my book and educate yourself and have knowledge. It's about knowledge. The more you apply knowledge and give them the right directions, the more they're going to be conditioned with the right behavior. And that's all dogs are, is just conditioning, right? Cause and effect. So why I cook, you rest here. That's what they'll do the rest of their life with no leashes or anything. But you have to use the leashes for a bit. Otherwise, they can't figure it out. I also have I create this little goofball when I'm not here, and then overnight, because he's young. He's maybe a year old, so he's still learning and how to sit still, especially new environment. Even if he was 3 years old, I'd have to do this. I cannot trust him to make great choices. When I'm going to go out on my day off and do some things, you can't trust him to be here and make great choices, and I wouldn't put these dogs through that. My dogs are already trained to sit here and sleep all day and rest, and they're not going to sit here, and he would probably try to get on a play. He'd get up on stuff, and this is why he can't counter surf. He can't make bad choices if he's in a crate. The crate would be gone in 6 months if I kept him, because the crate would do the job for me and teach him how to sit still all day, and eventually the crate will be gone. And guess what Prescott can do? Sit still all day without that crate. But the crate has to help you teach him when you're not home, because you can already see. I'll show you some more later when he gets more, try to follow me a lot in the house, of just how detrimental that is to a dog's health. It's not healthy to think you're always leaving and to keep tabs on you. It makes him insane. And it would you too, if you had to keep, where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you going? And it's just like, I just got to get some water here. So help him relax. It's our job. All right. We'll be in touch with an update on day 4. Don't forget to grab the book. Chapter 6 is where it all starts on bringing home a new rescue dog. We love you. Take care. To contact me directly for book sales, dog training expertise, seminars, or media appearances, reach me at natedogtraining.com.